Basically, an image processing is considered for majorly two areas. The first one is an importance of pictorial information for human interpretation. That is the first major area have to introduced in this image processing. It is an pictorial information for human interpretation. And the second one is the processing of scene data for autonomous mission perception. So the image processing system was introduced majorly for these two areas. The first area is an pictorial information for human perception, and the second one is processing of data seen for an autonomous mission perception, or it's an processing. Now these are the two majorly considered an image processing. So the coming to the first one, the pictorial information for human perception, that means we have to represent a digitized pictures, but in olden days it is only an analog pictures. So for digitized a newspaper pictures, that is set by the submarine cables in 1920s. If you want to transmit an image, that transmission image is transmitting through an submarine cables between London and New York in 1920s by using a Barclay cable. By using a Barclay cable and transmitted a digitized image, that is for publishing in newspapers, that is between London to New York through a Barclay cable in 1920s. But this picture has taken more than a week. So that is transmitted from London to New York through an Atlantic area, that is through a Barclay cable. It has taken more than a week to receive that image. So he has captured an image and transmitted the image. So transmitted image, the receiver person has received after more than a week. So that much of time has taken to process an images. So that is why, and even though that person received image is not a clear image, because we don't have an advanced technology. So they have used an current technology and they have transmitted, and that received person has waiting for more than a week, nearly 10 days. They have to wait for one image receiving. But now, after the coding and what is the coding system during that is, it is a 5-bit distinct brightness level. That is a 5-tone coding system. The capability of image coding is 5 distinct brightness levels. And this brightness levels has capability to increases to 15 in 1929. The first in 1920, it has only the 5-bit distinct brightness level. But after the 9 years, in 1929, that capability has increased to 15 brightness level. But now, in 1964 to till our the present status, the field of image processing has grown vigorously. Now we are using the present image processing system and the olden processing system. So it has come an more advanced system. This is what behind the story for an image processing system. So we need to digitize a system and we need to receive an same image in lesser time. But olden days it is greater than 1 week, but that greater than 1 week has reduced to an 3 hours. The waiting period is only 3 hours. So by using of 15 brightness level increases from 5 to 15. So that means they have reduced 3 hours. Now we are not waiting for that. We are taking that fraction of seconds. Once you are transmitted an image at the same time, it automatically it will produce that, or a received person is received that image in a lesser time. So it is not in 3 hours. So it is less than in seconds. So this much of development has came in the image processing system. Now, how do you define an image? Now that is a fundamental concepts of an image. How do you define an image? Basically, image is a visualization. It is a visual representation. So that is a visual representation means now this is nothing but it is an image. It is nothing but an image because so this is an one axis and this is an another axis. Now this is X and this is Y. But how do you take that X and Y? Now this is X and this is Y. Vertical is Y and horizontal is X. In the maximum cases, we are considering this one only. But in image processing, in this standard book, they have considered that that is opposite. For their convenient representation, they have taken that interchange of the coordinates. Okay. Now, how do you define an image? An image is nothing but it is a two-dimension. It is a two-dimensional. Now we'll define that definition. Image are simply a monochromatic image is a two-dimensional light intensity function f of x comma y where x and y denotes spatial coordinates and the value of f. Now this one. Now the value of f at any point of x comma y is proportional to the brightness or gray level of the image at that point. This is a standard definition of the image. A two-dimensional light intensity function, a simple image or a monochromatic image is a two-dimensional light intensity function f of x comma y where x and y are these denotes the spatial coordinates and the value of f at any point of x comma y is proportional to the brightness or and gray level of the image at that particular point. That means now we can take a simple image. Now I have considered this point. Now for this point, I have represented as f of x comma y because it is an x direction and the y direction, this particular point. Now I have defined that particular point of this one. The point is f of x comma y. Now this brightness point depending on this function. Now we have defined that a image definition for that particular point. Now suppose if you have considered this point, now this is f1 of x1 comma y1. Now suppose if you are selected this point f2 of x2 comma y2. Now we have to select this point. So like that we are going to selecting f3 of x3 comma y3, or we are taking this particular values. So we are going to define all in a particular point only. But how can you define a digital image? That means if you are considering all these points are nothing but a discrete points. We are selecting at particular locations. Now all the discrete points are considered. A digital image is an image of f of x comma y that has been discretized both in spatial coordinates and as well as in the brightness. So a digital image can be considered as a matrix, that we have considered all the points, and all the points and we have arranged in a matrix. A digital image can be considered a matrix and whose rows and columns indicates a point in the image, and the corresponding matrix element value indicates the gray level. Now this is the point value, say something 2. This 2 is nothing but, what is that? The value of the brightness. Say this one. So 2 is nothing but, f is nothing but 3. f3 is nothing but 2. So that is the gray level value of that particular point. Now we have considered all the points. So f1, f2, f3, f4, f5, f6, like that we have connected all this and arranged in a matrix. Then that means all the discretized values are arranged in a matrix. Then this is called as a digital image. I have considered that only different points, that all different points are considered and arranged in a matrix notation and whose values are represented as the value of the gray level at that particular point. Then what is this point? This point is also called as image element, individual element. So that is an image element or picture element or pixel or pills. So each and every point is considered or represented or we are calling as image element or a picture element or a pixel or pills. But among all these four, we have considered only this one because it is an pixel is an word nowadays more popular. We are considered that only one, that is called as a pixel. Now this point is called as a pixel and this point is f1 of x comma y. It is a spatial coordinate, that means discretized with the gray level value. That point is called as a pixel. That point is called as a pixel. For example, a monochrome TV, that is black and white. We are calling as the name is black and white. So we should not call as black and white TV. It is a monochromatic TV. So a monochromatic TV image is having the matrix size of 512 into 512 with 128 gray levels. So 512 into 512, that means the x-axis and the y-axis. Then that value with multiplied with the brightness. So this is 1 point and this is second point, like that. So this is 512 and this vertical is also 512 with the f value. Now this is called 128 is nothing but f value. Now this is called x value and this is called y value. So x comma y of with f. So we are multiplied with this one. So gray level of the value with the which direction, so which discretized in which row and which column. So that we are considered as the, now this is, but why it is taking as 512 into 512 means it is n is equal to 512 and again n equal to 512 is nothing but square. So for analysis, we have to consider only n into n. For a simple mathematical calculations and for understanding purpose, we have to consider only the square matrix. That is why we are taken that x and y both are same values. X and Y both are same value and we are considered as n square. So it is a square matrix. So for analysis of an image, we have to consider always a square matrix. Always a square matrix you have to consider. Students, it is clear what is an image processing and what purpose we are going to study in that image processing. Any doubts? Yes, anybody, any questions?
Clear, sir.
Yes, anybody?
I'm not sure I understand.
It's clear?
Clear, sir. Clear, sir.
Right. Now, these are all the fundamental concepts of an image and what is meant by pixels. How do you define an image and what is the behind history of an image processing. Now, I want to process an image processing system. I want to process an image processing system. Now, in that image processing system, basically, for any processing system that we need knowledge. A knowledge base. Something if you are doing, definitely you should know something knowledge, how to do that. What is happening in that system, I don't know, but I want to know that what is there, but I need some knowledge to process. Now, this processing system for image processing, that is the fundamental steps. Now, fundamental steps in digital image processing. This is one important question for your end examination. Okay. Now, how to process an image processing is the first thing we required problem domain. From this problem domain that we have to use image acquisition. Now this image acquisition is connected to the base knowledge, and after this image then we required pre-processing. Now this is connected to knowledge based, and then it is an segmentation. Now this is also again connected to the knowledge based. Then after that, representation and description. Now this is again connected to knowledge, and after that I recognized, recognition and interpretation. Recognized and interpretation, this is connected to the knowledge based, and after that you will get an output. This is the basic fundamental block, and before that, here again you have to connect enhancement, image enhancement. And after this segmentation, you have to add image compression. You have to add all the techniques, but this is a basic technique. If you are writing this diagram, this is also correct. If you are adding this enhancement, that one is also correct. If you are adding the image compression, that one is also correct. If you are adding the multiple blocks, but that all the blocks after that, you will get an output here. Okay. Now, in this image, fundamental steps in the image processing is we need a problem domain. Actually, what you want? I want to process something. What you want to process? I want to process an image. That is our problem statement. So the problem domain is nothing but I want to process an image. So image is nothing but otherwise I have a problem, that is I want to send a mail. This is a problem statement. I want to send a mail. So how to send a mail? So mail is contained the characteristics, characters, numerical numbers and all these things, special characters and all these things. So I have taken all these letters and creating a mail. So that mail is processing with line by line only. I cannot process only that something. So I can process only line by line. So mail is nothing but a line by line processing system. It will send a line by line. That means you have to use a line scan sensors. If you have used a sensor to scan this one or to capture that, it will capture only line by line or character by character. So line scan sensors. Otherwise, you have to take that area scanning sensors, means it will scan this entire area or it will scan this entire area. So we have two types of sensors. That sensor will sense or it will capture the information either line by line or in the area wise. But now the mail is nothing but not an area wise. We need a line scan sensor. It will sense or it will capture this one. So the problem domain is a mail, and the next problem domain is connected with an image acquisition. So that image acquisition system is a system and it acquires an image. It acquires an image. So to do such a requires an image sensors and the capability to digitize the signal, it will producing by the sensors. Sensors only which will capture an images. Okay. Now in this monochromatic, we have discussed about a monochromatic image. We are considered a monochromatic or a color TV. Monochromatic or a color TV cameras. Okay. So in that cameras that produces an entire image of the problem domain every 1/30th second. Every 1/30th second, it will produce an output. This much of time it will take to capture that one of that sensors. And this imaging sensor could also be a line scan sensors or an area scan sensors. If it is a line scan sensors, it will produce a single image line at a time. Right? The objects are the motion past the line scan sensors produces a two-dimensional image. If the output of the camera or other imaging sensors is not already in a digital, then you have to convert into the digital. If it is in digital, okay. If it is not in the digital, then you have to convert into a digital system. That is what we are going to consider in the image acquisition system. Now, after getting an image or something line by line, all this is nothing but an image. Now this image is further processing. I need to process further. So what we require to further processing? So further processing is called as a pre-processing step. Further is nothing but after a digital image, it has been obtained. The next step is deals with pre-processing. Now, what is meant by pre-processing? The key function of pre-processing is to improve the image in such a way that increase the chances for success of other proceedings. That means in this example, a pre-processing typically deals with the techniques for contrast enhancement, removing noise, and isolation regions. These are all for perception or visualization only. So for further step, it is contrast enhancement or removal of the noise or isolation of the region. And all these things are we are going to processing under pre-processing step, under this step. Now coming to the next step, segmentation. The segmentation is nothing but the partition of an image into its constituent parts or an object. That means this image is dividing. Image is nothing but we are going to dividing like this. So dividing into smaller parts. It constitutes the image is an input image and it is partitioned into a smaller parts. That is called as a segmentation. But in general, an autonomous segmentation is one of the most difficult tasks in digital image processing. On the other hand, a rugged segmentation produces or it will brings the process a longer way. It is a longer way towards successful solutions of an image problem. On the other hand, weak or erotic segmentation is eventually failure system. Algorithms almost always guarantee eventually failure, but this is a longer way towards for success. We'll get the result, but these two are the failure systems. But the output of the segmentation, this output of the segmentation is raw material. The output of the segmentation stage is usually in a raw pixel data. That means it constituting either the boundary of the region or all points in the region itself. In either case, it converting the data to a form suitable. In any case, either the boundary of the region or all the points in the region. So both of the methods are converting into the suitable data to the computer processing is necessary. The boundary representation is appropriate when the focus is on external shape. When boundary is considered, then it is an external shape. External sharp characteristics such as corners and inflections. The region representations. The region representation is appropriate when the focus is on internal properties such as texture or skeleton shapes. In a skeleton shapes. So like that, we are going to describing an segmentation process. Okay. And after that, while choosing a representation, the next level is an representation. The representation is only part of the solution for transforming raw data into from a suitable or a subsequent computer processing. A method must also be specified or describing the data so that the features of an interest are highlighted. Description, also called feature selection. It deals with extracting the features that results in some quantitative information of interest or features that are basic for differentiating one class of object from another. In terms of character recognition, descriptors such as holes and the powerful features that helps and differentiate one part of the alphabets from another. So this representation and the description. The last stage is recognition and interpretation. The recognition is a process that assigns a label. Recognition is assigns a label, and this interpretation will gives the meaning of the label. That's it. Recognition is the process that assigns a label to an object based on the information provided by the descriptors, and interpretation involves assigning meaning to an assemble of recognized objects in terms of identifying the characters. In terms of it is identifying the characters. But this is all we need some knowledge. So that is, it is connected to all the blocks in the models. So there is image acquisition system is also required, and recognition or interpretation, pre-processing, what is meant by pre-processing and what is meant by segmentation and what is meant by everything is required in knowledge-based system. So these are the steps we are going to following in fundamental steps in DIP, fundamental steps in digital image processing. These are all the blocks and considered in this case only. Yes, students, any doubts? Any questions? Straight away, you have to plot this block diagram and explain what is there in each and every block. These are the fundamental steps in DIP. Students, any questions?
Sir, what's the use of image enhancement, sir?
Image enhancement means we need to enhance the image, quality of an image. I have to increase the brightness, or I want to increase the quality of an image for better perception of an human. And perceptional wise, we need to increase the quality of an image. So why we are going to taking that LED screen or LCD screen, and now we are taking that 10 OLED screens? Why? It is only for an human perception. I need to project in a clarity of an images. So clarity wise, I need to improve. That is the enhancement of an image, so that it will processing further. If you are getting that low quality of an image and if you are processing in the segmentation, then the quality will be decreased. At the final stage, if you are processing 10 steps and getting the output is in quality less image. So that is why we need to enhance an image for further processing steps, and for final output, I need a better quality of an image. That is why we need to process and enhancement techniques.
Clear, sir.
Yes, any questions? Anybody, any questions? Okay, now we'll take another one. That is a fundamental steps of image processing. Now another one is what are the elements? Elements of digital image processing. Elements of digital image processing. Now, what are the elements are there? The first element, image acquisition. Image acquisition. And then the second element, storage. Third one is